What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sandman TS1 here. Welcome to the Existence Podcast, another episode. Today we have mcpeachpies.
Hello.
We also have TCMidnite.
What's up?
We also have two new members that are coming into Season 3 here shortly. We have Somebody to Remember.
Hello?
Who?
Somebody to Remember.
Yeah, but who is it?
Somebody to Remember.
Honestly, can't remember for the life of me.
We also have Mr. VanillaRaccoon. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, and how are you doing?
I am doing great.
I'm
welcome
sick.
back. You're sick? Poor Peach.
Yep, I'm sick. That is why we have the lovely Sandman taking the priority host today.
Me finally hosting a
Sandman, for
podcast
that.
episode.
And you know what's pretty sad is he's
Woohoo.
the only one in warm climate and he's the sick one and we're all in the cold climate right now.
I know. What's up with
It's
that?
getting colder, don't you worry.
Yeah,
Is
so
it?
welcome to a... What?
I said, is it? It's getting warmer here.
It's pretty hot in my office right now.
Yeah, same.
My igloo's doing well.
Yeah. So, for the third time, welcome to the podcast, everybody. This is episode, what?
18?
What?
18?
Episode 18
Yeah.
of the Existence Podcast. We got quite a bit to talk about in today's episode. So what I want to do first is I want to give a little bit of some time to Somebody to Remember and VanillaRaccoon to kind of have them tell us a little bit about themselves. So let's start with Vanilla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just
You're
got
on
thrown
the
under the
spot,
bus,
baby.
didn't you?
Okay.
Yes, non-alphabetical.
Yeah, okay. So, my name is VanillaRaccoon, and I produce family-friendly gaming content here on YouTube.com, but I also live stream over on Twitch occasionally, but I also create Pokemon Go short films where I use the power of augmented reality to show that there's Pokemon everywhere around us, regardless where you go. And also, just to give a quick little plug, I am a rising star for the official Minecraft community convention that is called Mindfair. It goes around the country throughout the year, and I will be at Dallas in the month of March and then Seattle in the month of May. Later on in the year, I'll be at Chicago in September, but regardless, consider checking out the website and attend if you can. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Somebody.
What?
Hi, I'm McPeachpies.
Just said what? All right, and somebody... What?
Oh, somebody else. I see.
Somebody to remember.
I'm so glad we have all these jokes. Should we go through all the songs? Somebody wants... Somebody that I used to know. So,
Oh my goodness.
This is probably the most interesting podcast episode to ever be recorded.
you're welcome. I wonder what changed. So,
Somebody.
Somebody.
lean on. So, hey, yeah, my name is Somebody to Remember. My channel is Gaming to Remember. If you can't find it, that's because I decided to put gaming in my name, which makes it impossible to find through search engine operations, but it's awesome. So, yeah, no, I do mostly Minecraft content. I've dabbled and done some other things. It's all family-friendly content. I'm only on YouTube right now, trying to hopefully one day be able to stream, but don't quite have the setup for that. Sorry that my audio isn't as great. I recently had my trustworthy mic for years break, so yeah, no, you get
Oh,
crappy
dear.
audio right now. But
Yikes.
yeah, no, I do a lot of Minecraft content. I'm a decent builder, but I am absolutely insane when it comes to redstone, and I don't think that's bragging honestly too much.
You're gonna have to
I
teach
also
me
randomly
something.
sing and annoy people quite frantically, and it'll be great.
I'm gonna tell you what. Season 3 is gonna be really interesting.
Especially since I will
You two on
interrupt
board.
constantly into song.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much. Yep.
Hello
Dude,
there,
Musical season.
the angel from
The whole
my
season is
nightmare.
just. Is it? Welcome to Existence, the musical. Your
Oh,
lead singer, Somebody to
oh,
Remember.
buddy, yes, please.
Oh my
Another
God.
quick, I guess, fun fact about me. I also used to go on tour as a musician, and I still make music. And yeah, all that
Ooh.
jazz. Fun stuff.
Nice.
So, you're going to be making the intro music for our videos this season?
Yes, pay me.
I'll
pay
pay
with
you with my
diamonds.
respect.
Oh, wow. Respect. Actually, I have a surplus of that right now, but cash would be great.
How about
No,
emeralds?
He's a college student. You don't have cash.
Exactly.
Okay. I'll present this offer to you here now. I'll pay you in emeralds because apparently in Minecraft 1.14 we're going to need a few of those for trading because we have some exciting features that's going to be coming.
Nice segue, but still no cash money. Continue with the segue.
Sandman.
Yeah, let's continue with that 1.14 news. New snapshot came out recently. Is 19W08B that just came out.
I'm
What are you guys'
keeping up
thoughts
on
on
the
that?
snapshots.
Slacker.
I'm trying to remember what they did in it.
I kind of want to be
Oh,
surprised.
Oh wait,
They-
he was just fixing a huge crash, right?
Yeah, they did a lot of bug fixes. They also implemented some new stuff as well. One iron golem now spawns in villages upon generation.
I'm glad they added that.
Yep.
Thought that was the last snapshot, but okay.
So I have it listed right here in front of me. Would you like me to read it off?
Oh, yeah, that was 19W08A, but
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
just
the
go.
B was just a bug fix.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll talk about the 19W08 snapshot in whole.
Yes, but essentially with 19W08A, we have, like you said, the iron golems. There's been improvements to the invisibility potion, if I remember correctly.
Finally.
Yes.
Yep.
And the one thing that I'm very looking forward to is the leather horse armor. You can actually make leather
that's so cool.
horse
Yeah.
armor and dye it.
I feel like if anyone's going to use it a lot, it's going to be TC.
Why
thing
did you
is-
just
I'm
throw
just-
me out there for that?
Well, I know. I feel like because you always like utilize things like that in such a cool way, and I feel like you'd have so many horses with like multicolored armor, or like one fleet of horses with like your color or something like that.
Yeah, I kind of already been looking at that. Sorry.
My favorite thing about that dyeable armor is the fact that it's not restricted to the 16 colors in Minecraft. It's able to be like a weird off shade of something.
Well, I
which
didn't
is
think
really
any
Yeah,
of
you
the
can
leather
change the
armor
hex
was.
code.
It's not. You can do that with all the armors. You can
All the
change
leather
them.
armor.
You can basically combine. Yeah,
You could do
all
that with leather
armors.
armor as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
Oh, I
combine
didn't know
any color
it
combination.
was like
Yeah,
one.
something
was
came
that
up. I gotta
113 or
go check
112?
this out. I'll be back. I had no idea about that, and I'm normally on top of these things.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did not
They're
know.
kind of
you
like
could-
they are recognizing these kind of cool things that they can do with the game.
I'm
Yeah.
looking
I've
forward
been,
to the brown mushrooms.
Oh yeah, they're
Brown
cool.
mushrooms.
I'm not
finally
really a
made it
big
into
fan.
The game.
Well, it's just it says that the brown mushrooms can be fed flowers and then milked for suspicious stews.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that
can.
Oh, they put
But
that. I am
they don't-
so happy.
they don't generate though. They don't spawn
No.
anywhere.
Not naturally
if
yet,
you
but it's
had-
supposed to.
Not yet.
No, there is a way to get them.
Creative.
No, if you hit a normal mushroom with lightning, it turns into a brown mushroom.
Oh, sure
Oh.
enough.
Yeah.
I just
So you
just
get a
read that.
trident, or yeah, they turn into brown mushrooms, and then you
Then you
can-
strike them with lightning again and turn them back to red. So it's like a color changing. It's like just keep hitting
Oh,
with
really?
lightning.
Can you
That's
switch
what it
them?
says. That's what it says. I was just reading
Oh.
that.
That's
Interesting. I
really
didn't realize
cool.
that.
So I'm gonna have
So-
to figure out how to stick a lightning rod over top of it and let it get hit 3 times a minute.
In one of the most recent, or one of the other podcasts we did, we basically were like ripping straight into suspicious stews. But now that they actually kind of have a practical kind of thing related to them, I feel like they're a lot more useful now.
I
Oh,
still
they-
don't
I
know
think
if you
they're
don't know what they are.
for yeah, they're useful for early game, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a gamble. If you find one, which would be fun.
Well, you can always make one without a brown mushroom or a mushroom.
That is true, but also I'm thinking about the applications of like, hey guys, free food chests, and it's just all mystery stews, and you guys just got to gamble. Is it going to be regeneration? Is it going to be slowness?
Mm.
Only one way to find out.
Oh, just
Yep.
got withered.
Quick question here.
I'm dead.
Quick question here.
Mhm.
The brown mushroom.
Yeah.
Are we still going to get chocolate milk from it?
What?
Now, hang on. I have
You know,
to say,
because
first of all,
podcast
you said
is over,
still.
ladies and
First of all, you said still.
Did you get strawberry milk from the red one? No.
Wait, you didn't?
Oh my gosh.
I
New
wish that
edited
they would
nowadays.
add. Honestly, if they did the suspicious stews, they need to add the nausea effect.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
I do have a question.
that would
though.
be cool. Mm.
There is a Telx in chat.
Yes.
Oh, he's back online.
Oh, I see. I thought we were just.
Should we be friendly or?
Nah, he can jump in if he's
let him
around.
jump in.
Cool. The more the merrier.
Telxy.
So, okay,
cool.
so I have a question for you, and that is with everything that we've seen so far in these snapshots for Minecraft 1.14 update Village and Pillage.
It hasn't come out in Braille yet. I don't know.
What is the one feature you are looking forward to most playing with, or what are a few things that you're looking forward to? For me personally, it's going to be two things. One, the crossbow, because I feel like that's a very good long range weapon that could not replace but give the bow and arrow a good run for its money in terms of like PvP on minigame servers and also on SMPs.
Mhm.
But also, the second thing that I'm looking forward to most is the villages and villager outposts. Historically, they've been pretty much fairly close to one another. I'm not sure if that's changed or not. So I kind of have this affiliation that the pillager outposts are going to be spawning relatively close to a village. So I consider them two in the same.
Okay. No, I like
I've seen them spawning quite close, but I don't know if they're meant to.
No,
I
that
don't
may
think
be a
they're
bug.
meant to really. My favorite is I've seen one spawn in the middle of a village,
That's
which
a bug.
just makes it very interesting, sad dichotomy.
That's a definite bug right there. But yeah, so what are some features that you guys are looking forward to?
Scaffolding.
Oh
For
yeah,
me, the scaffolding, that's nice. I really like that.
And the
I
Ravager.
always forget about it, to be honest.
The Ravager's
The
ugly.
Ravager. Are we going to get into that now
Still
again? Are we actually?
It still gives me nightmares. Let's not get into that. We've talked about that like on
so
three
much.
other podcast episodes.
Hey, should we
Why do you guys hate it so much?
should we welcome
I
the
think
latest
it's just-
edition here?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's Telx.
Telx here.
Telx
How you doing?
arrived.
Hello, hey.
Hey, Telx.
Better late than never.
Yep. Yep, I'm glad
Turning that volume all the way up.
Yeah, he's quiet. I got to turn you up.
All right, that sounds good.
There,
Yeah,
I
I
can
kind
hear
of
you now.
forgot about this until I got on Discord.
We only had like what 24-hour, 12-hour, 3 hours. There's countdowns this time.
I legitimately was having existential crises this entire week trying to remember if I had something to do on Saturday.
Same. I kept thinking to myself, what am I doing this Saturday? And I couldn't remember. And then suddenly the 12-hour countdown began. I was like, yep, that's it.
I saw it, tabbed out, forgot what it was, immediately started to panic again, tabbed back, remembered it. I'm like a goldfish. If it's not in front of me, I don't remember it.
Yep.
No wonder
Oh,
you have
Dan,
that blank stare.
1.14 updates. I'm gonna be kind of like I'm kind of excited, but the thing is, like, as like a redstoner, like it's like doesn't seem like it's a really like exciting update in the 1.14
Well,
world.
no,
too.
there's
Yeah, not for a
absolutely nothing
redstoner.
redstone.
Well,
I don't
mean,
see
like
anything
there's like
redstone.
more automated wool farms. There's I'm really excited to like automate jack-o'-lantern farming. Because now it's like pumpkins, and it's like, oh, I need a jack-o'-lantern. Pop a pumpkin on top of like these 4 iron blocks to get an iron golem, and you're like, carve the pumpkin. It doesn't do anything. Instead, just like automatically make carved pumpkins would be really cool, I think.
Mhm.
I have something redstone for you with this update. The
wonder
lectern.
if I've already made it.
Lecterns can give out redstone pulses.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, no, that has been
Better
that's
page.
something honestly I've been kind of excited about, but I feel like the only application that'll really have is either for like because the only thing I can really see that doing is like a trap to mess with someone or shopping system to like using a book to order the items you want to buy. And I can't really see too many different applications from it, but I feel like there could be something. The thing I'm most excited about is trying to probably figure out like, all right, they've changed villagers. I wonder if they've left anything in that I can totally and unequivocally exploit.
Probably.
The wandering
Can I do
villager.
something to just like make Mojang mad at me?
Yeah.
Wandering
It's
treasure.
ever
I'm sure like villager breeding is still the same and everything. I know their trading systems are going to be a little bit different, but I'm
It
sure
says they're
like
going to be
green's gonna
adding
the
a
same.
mason. Whoa, Peach.
I love my new house.
What is that? A jet taking off?
That's a helicopter. I get helicopter noise, I get traffic noise, I get people yelling and screaming outside, I get my neighbors because I'm in like a block building, I get my other flatmates making noise.
So
There's
you
a lot
get
of noise where I live.
So you wake up in a sweated panic at 3 a.m. all the time?
Pretty much.
Can you?
I'm gonna be honest. It just sounds like a really like you got 5 stars in Grand Theft Auto right now, and you're just running through everything. There's sound from all around. There's a helicopter going off.
Well, now he's got flatmates, so he's got to worry about waking up at 3 a.m. to his flatmate's girlfriend being all psycho holding a knife over his head.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa. Proceeds to roll over and go back to bed.
Yep.
So
My nightmares are coming true.
so Telx, since you're just joining us and everything, what are some features that you're looking forward to with Minecraft 1.14?
Honestly, for me, just more than anything, what are they called? Not the fences. The walls. I couldn't remember what that was called for some reason.
The walls?
I'm excited about that too. Walls, slabs, and stairs. More of them, please. Thank you.
I'm more excited for the walls than anything, but yeah, slabs and stairs are cool too. Because walls are just amazing. The things you can do with them if you really try hard enough.
So I was at the Mindfair, Minecon viewing Earth party, whatever the proper word is. I probably butchered it there because it was out in my neighborhood. And when I went there and they were showing it on the big screen, it was in some middle school, I think, or some elementary school, whatever. And the first thing I saw in the trailer when they were showing the desert, at least what the villages would look like, the first thing I saw was the wall, and I quickly tweeted it out, and people were going like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. And suddenly some other content creator friends started tweeting about it, and suddenly I was like, yeah, I ain't crazy. We're getting new walls in this update, people.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Now, hang on. Just because you're right about the walls does not mean you're not crazy.
That's a good point.
Just want to make that clear. Still a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm willing to table that for a later discussion.
All right.
That would be discussion for next podcast episode. Yeah, but no, the slabs and stairs and walls definitely. That's personally my favorite for sure. Being a builder, landscaping is gonna be a lot better.
Yeah, that's why I'm so excited about the walls, because you can do some really cool landscaping stuff, especially with caves and stuff.
Yeah.
To the windows, to the walls.
So I have a question then, since you're looking forward to the new walls and slabs. I remember seeing in a tweet from one of the developers, it was either from Jens or Dinnerbone, or one of the other new developers that they've been introducing to the community on Twitter, at least. They mentioned that fences would belong in the wooden materials family, and walls would stay in the stone material resource family. But the one thing that I'm curious as to what they were going to do then was nether brick fence post or walls. Like you know how like when you go into another fortress, you see all the
Nether brick fences.
Yeah, that's it. So it makes me wonder then, like, how did they come to the conclusion for that to be a fence and not a wall? Because it's not wood, but at the same time, it's not stone. Is it like a hybrid?
I think nether brick fence was just added before any form of wall was added. That was the only option. And then they were like, yeah, cobblestone fence. Wait, nope, this sounds stupid.
Yeah, well, it's one of those materials that doesn't actually exist in the real world that the other materials do. So you kind of have to have a little bit of some fantasy in there.
I think there's a few of those.
Netherwood.
I remember when I was watching this, well, I can't say this year because it's 2019, but the most recent Minecon Earth, that when they were talking about one of the new features coming, no, they were asking where did the pillager bees come from? And I think it was Jens or maybe it was Lady Agnes. One of them said that that's just one of the great Minecraft mysteries that the community can have the pleasure of developing lore for.
Oh, good.
Yep.
So they accidentally put things on stuff again.
I can see where Peach
That's
is
how
going.
the creeper was born. Just messed something up, called it a thing. I support anything that happens in Minecraft that does not seem intentional, but they want to act like it is. It wasn't.
I will admit, with each new snapshot that comes out, a part of me is tempted to reach out to some of the Mojanksters that I've met and befriended, and just ask them like in the DMs, "Hey, what's going on here with this? What are you trying to hint at that's possibly going to be coming?"
Hey, why'd you nerf my iron farms?
Yeah.
Well, that's a bug.
That was
isn't it?
unintentional. They did confirm it was unintentional, but
Yeah.
the new iron golem spawning new villages has like heavily nerfed iron farms.
Oh dear.
He's a sad boy.
I never made an iron farm, so I don't know.
I made
Wow.
small ones.
I don't know how you play this game. I'll be honest.
I don't
I'm
like
so
iron
addicted to
farms.
like iron farms that
So, with everything that we've seen from the very beginning, from the announcement at the most recent Minecon Earth party, whatever that John is called, to now finally getting snapshots, I at least feel like we've been getting a lot of curveballs, but for the better at least. Because at first we were told, oh, villages are going to be revamped, whatever. You're going to have a new hostile mob to battle throughout your Minecraft playtime. And then suddenly they gave us like, pillagers have an outpost that you can raid for potential good loot. And then suddenly we got new blocks that are sort of, to me at least, they strike me as modded Minecraft blocks, but I guess in a way they make sense. For example, you have the stone cutter, you have the blast furnace, we now have barrels, which is a great storage item to use because you can place anything on top of it and still access it. Whereas you can't do that with obviously a chest.
Right.
But I just feel like at this point in time, I'm not exactly sure what else there is that could come to go with this update and just make it even bigger and better. But what do you guys think? Do you think there's any more possibilities for new stuff to come?
See, I know they were talking about revamping biomes, but I think that's a 1.15 thing. As far as 1.14 with added extra stuff, I think just creating the functionality of the new blocks that don't have functionalities. I can't remember exactly what they are, but probably fix up a lot of the missing pieces to 1.14 and just start rolling out the pre-releases. I don't really think there's much to add.
I mean, I feel like with 1.14, it's already pretty like featured packed in a sense. So I don't think they should add anything more in this update. I think they should just go with it and release pre-releases, like Sandman was saying. But I do think there is a lot of room to grow in the future, and I think that they should definitely try and add more fantasy stuff to the game. Like, not necessarily like lore, but I feel like we were talking about like nether brick isn't an actual thing, and I think we should add more blocks to the game that aren't like real blocks that would be in real life.
Yeah.
I like that. And I
Maybe
would
add like more dimensions and stuff like that too,
Yeah, I
besides
think
the
more
nether in the end.
dimensions.
I would
want
like to
more
just
dimensions.
I would like to just mention or add on to that as a note is that with the recent Minecon Earth, they did say that the three biomes that were that you could vote to have be changed or have new features come to first, they did confirm that the other two biomes will see a revamp of sorts later on. So maybe that's in part of maybe that's in part of Minecraft 1.15, or maybe it's going to be like Minecraft 1.14.1 or .2 or something like that. Maybe.
I know they're coming.
I
don't remember what they are.
No,
It was
the desert,
and
the
Savannah.
desert, Savannah, and Taiga. And
Yeah,
Taiga is the first one.
Oh, that's
Thing
right.
is, though,
Desert
I'm
was
kinda
like
thinking about-
kangaroos or something, wasn't it?
I honestly don't remember, but I'm kind of thinking like, I think that's one thing that I feel like has lacked in this update is just like, we're updating the taiga and we're adding foxes and berry bushes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think they should have waited to add that when they updated, because I know they were talking about adding foxes, berry bushes, and campfires in the update when they're updating the actual biome, and they brought those features into 1.14. So I'm kind of thinking they may update the taiga biome still in this update.
thought that was
I'm just
the
wondering,
update.
like, what, because like it is, they said there it's at the bug fixing and polishing stage. So I'm kind of like, how much more can you actually do?
See, I don't think they're going to add anything more.
And that's my
I think
thing, because
I think we'll probably get a 20, probably a 19W09, and then we'll probably get pre-releases after that.
Yep. I think that
So-
like what they should do, the best course of action, instead of adding just the small things like you're saying to the biomes, I think they should have done for like 1.15, instead of doing 1.15, did Minecraft 2.0, and then, which I know sounds stupid, and then updated every biome, and then it would have been more polished, I feel like, overall.
Yeah, I think every single biome needs to be updated some way,
I
shape,
feel
or
like they
form.
should have done it all together, though. And I mean,
Yeah.
they could have just done 1.15, but I feel like that would have been better approach.
Like a new world gen update.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the world generation is just really funky. You have floating blocks everywhere, and it's
not as bad
needs
as it used to be.
No, definitely not. But
no, it's not.
It definitely needs to be improved. And I think you can definitely get more realistic terrain
Yeah.
if you fix the terrain generator.
My thought on it is like also like I kind of like the quirkiness of how it all generates and the idea of like having it be realistic. It's also meter by meter by meter cubes.
Right.
And-
so it's really hard to do
No.
like realistic dimensions.
Well, that, but I'm also thinking like, you know, every once in a while, like when I find like that weird floating like couple blocks off like in extreme hills, like it's those things that I like notice as I go around and explore. And if they're all missing and it's like, oh, the land generation is so perfect, I feel like I would miss out on so many inspirational spots. Because
Yeah.
it's just like it all looks normal.
That's why I used
feel
to
like
like
what
the
they could
custom
do-
terrain adjustment stuff because it used to be you'd run around. It's like, oh, this spot looks cool, I'll build here. And then you run a little further. Oh, this spot looks cool, I'll build here. And you could never get enough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that's probably the downside with having realistic terrain generation.
Also,
Well,
the Savannah M biome would disappear, and I am not okay with that.
The custom terrain generator is it's on hold. I remember seeing somewhere that they said that because of the buffet feature that was implemented, it kind of didn't mesh well with that. So they did say that they're planning on bringing it back.
I know it's supposed to be coming back, but sometime.
They best. No, I remember because I used to do actually snapshot updates on my channel. I stopped that for sake of sanity of trying to beat Azuma to get videos out. But
So
Yeah,
Good luck with
that's
that.
usually it.
so when the snapshots first started to roll out, I actually had a Vanilla Plus series going on, and it was like using strictly command blocks, redstone stuff, whatever. My good friend Winter Grave, who's a mod developer for Isco85 of Hermitcraft, he helped me with taking my ideas and making them happen without doing any plugins or mods. But so snapshots had first come out, and I asked him like, "Hey, is it possible that we could use data packs and everything that we had already made for these snapshots?" And he said, "Yeah, let me see what I can do." So I started a new Let's Play series in snapshots, but then I quickly started to think to myself that I don't know if I should do this because when the update is officially released, I'm going to probably be burnt out. And even though I'm a builder and I can find inspiration from anything and everything, I'm still going to be thinking in the back of my head, I've already played with this new stuff for long enough. So it's fun. When you mentioned that you started a series in snapshots, that just quickly came to my mind, at least.
yeah, no, I wasn't doing like a let's build. I was doing a like, this is what the update covers and this is implications of it and things of that nature. Like, and I remember when the buffet world came out because we looked at like 4 or 5 different buffet worlds and it was all really interesting. Like, do a full beach biome world, everyone. That's really interesting, frankly, because half the things are floating and the other half are drowning.
Right.
But no, it was like at that moment, that's when everything disappeared. And I remembered at that time, I was part of an old SMP called VillageCraft. And we were very excited because we were like, yeah, let's just crank the like spawners all the way up as high as we can. And like, just because, like, you know what, a quad spawner sounds really nice. And, you know, if we all had a quad spawner, that'd be even nicer. And it was just like, we saw that and we all just went, oh. Because I feel like that's one of those things I don't think anyone is ever going to do. Like, let's do a let's play from a desert-only biome. Like, desert-only world. Incapable of getting any resource outside of here.
See, that seems like a modded series to me.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's just one of those things where, like, I get what they were trying to do, but I don't think that's a feature that anyone's ever really utilized. I haven't looked at it since I released that snapshot video, frankly.
Well, I think that one of the ideas for that was for it to be used for map makers, people who make maps for either minigame servers or adventure maps or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the fact that
I can see that.
the fact that you could mesh floating islands to a certain biome, that seemed like it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But since we've seemed to have like pretty much expressed our thoughts and opinions on Minecraft 1.14 update Village and Pillage, and also had some lulls along the way. What are some things that you guys are looking forward to doing on the server in season 3?
Well, I know some
What
of
are
us
you
that
looking
came
forward
in.
to doing?
Well, some of us, you got to remember, came in late on season 2. And like I know Sandman and we both had these big plans we were going to do, and it's like, okay, we start talking into switch to 114. It's like we don't really want to start building them and only have like a fraction done, so we're kind of stuck our big plans on hold for season 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I did a video today, and I talked more about this particular subject in that video a little bit. And for me, really, you know, with season 2, phase 2, I was working on the Mesa Outpost, the Wild West town, and it kind of going on to what TC said is that I don't want to put in all this work and build a fraction of this large project and then have it deleted to go into a new world. I don't really feel like that's very
It's frustrating.
time.
Yeah,
It is.
kind of how I
So,
felt, in a sense.
but I know Vanilla, you talked about a really cool idea for season 3 that may change my mind on building an actual Wild West town onto building something else. Maybe if you want to go into that idea.
I have a few ideas every day.
Okay.
Can you
Well,
just loosely explain it to me?
You had one really cool idea that stuck out, which is making like adding some educational aspects to the
Okay.
builds.
Say no more. I got you, fam.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, this is actually an idea that I had shortly after Mindfair San Diego this year, back in January. And because I did a presentation on the inspiration stage talking about collaborations, and it got me thinking about some past stuff that I've done or whatever. There's a video on my channel if anyone is out there interested in watching it. But essentially what the idea was have an SMP where you would have content creators who would come together and like we would like pick random things that are historic or fictional, something cool from a movie or a television show or even a different video game. And you just throw like all these ideas into a hat, you pick one, and then from there you go ahead and conduct thorough research on it and you just recreate it in Minecraft. So for example, in my one Minecraft Let's Play series, I had built the road wonder that is the Lighthouse of Alexandria. And I think I did that in 3 videos total because I wanted to dedicate a video to gathering materials and resources, then dedicate a video with building the surrounding wall and then the actual lighthouse. And then from there, the 3rd episode was doing the actual decorating, if you will, underwater. And so throughout these videos, I was just mentioning some fun facts, but the idea for this SMP was to just have creators recreate stuff, whether it be in real life or something from a movie or show, science fiction mostly probably, and you just educate the viewers about what it is. So if we were to build an ancient Greek city, say on the hillside of a plains biome, like each content creator in their video would just sit down and say, we're going to be building an ancient Greek temple that's loosely based off of the Parthenon, I think it is, or no, yeah, Parthenon is Greek, Pantheon is Roman. I think those are the names. And then like another person could create a video saying, we're going to make some ancient Greek forums and then educate the viewers as to what those are and what they were used for. And it's just, that's just an example of it. But yeah, that was the idea that I had.
Yeah, see, I think that's a really cool idea. And I definitely like the community involvement on the big projects. I also like an idea of having kind of like that same educational aspect, but kind of on a smaller scale, where what I was thinking is that my background, I come from a farming background. I was born and raised on a farm, and maybe, you know, a lot of people from in the community, from what I see, don't know anything about farming. So what I would like to do is actually build.
Dad.
Wow. I'm
Um,
giving my first time into you, TC.
yeah, I can't mention farming without someone making animal noises. Ugh. But yeah, I could make a farm and educate people on the different aspects of farming. You know, maybe something like that.
Why you rotate your crops.
Yeah.
That's actually a really great idea, and just to give a little
I trademarked that. No one steal that.
but just to give that a little plot twist from my end, I actually went to an agricultural high school. My freshman year, I studied large and small animal science. Sophomore year, I studied marine biology, environmental science, and then third year, and I also studied equine science. Third year, I studied culinary science and something else I can't remember off the top of my head.
So you can fact check me if I'm wrong or not.
And then the fourth year, I studied horticulture. So
Did you have your annual ride your tractor to work day or class day?
yes, and I will also, just to give a little fun story, in my freshman year, because I was in the livestock club.
You did not ride a cow or what?
I am very uncomfortable
I went
about a raccoon being in a livestock club.
it was
There's something doesn't belong here.
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
So it was lambing season, and I went to check in on the ewes, and I saw that one was getting ready to give birth. So I called up my teacher and I said, "Hey, we're about to have some baby lambs come into the world." And she said, "Stay over there. I'll be right there." I got to miss my first 2 classes of the morning delivering lambs.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Uncomfortable. Uncomfortable.
Congratulations, proud vanilla raccoon father.
Dr. Coon.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well,
Dr.
let's
Rabbit.
talk about anything else.
That's it. We're going to start calling him Rabbit.
So anyway, so Sandman, you brought up this idea for me to talk about because
He got his inspiration from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were also trying to go somewhere else with that, since we were starting to talk about plans for season 3.
Yeah,
at least
season
stuff
3
like that.
builds. Yeah, that's because I know you were throwing out some ideas here recently about possible building ideas and different themes for season 3, and I just wanted to touch base on that.
Well, the new guys probably don't know much all the way back to like season 1, but season 1 was big with the marketplace area with shops, and season 2 kind of fell on that.
Oh yeah, season 2. It was almost a joke, the market area that we ended up having.
Is that something you want to consider in season 3 trying to do again, or?
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun
I can
with
make that work.
If phase 2 had gone the way that we would have hoped, well, it went well, and I talked about this on another podcast, but we were meant to have a few more people than we ended up getting. But the aquatic outpost, we were actually going to turn into like a market area, so that would have been pretty cool. So to do something like that in season 3 would be pretty awesome. Kind of reboot it.
Cool.
Yeah, well, we haven't even started looking for a seed yet, so.
Yeah.
No, that is because I don't know if you've seen the messages, TC, but one idea that I put forward was to basically just, boom, new world, and
New
go with
seed
it.
and not. Gotcha.
Random
But
seed.
so
Not
Don't
picking
work.
a specific seed, just letting the whatever dice fall in our lap go.
Mhm.
That
Essentially,
is the true Minecraft spirit.
Essentially, you're just going to be a blind pilot flying in the dark.
Well, it's
Well,
just.
with
I would like to
with
see.
season 1.
I'd like to see town be wherever we spawn in at, not some 10,000 blocks the opposite direction.
Are we going to have any?
I have 2 quick things. First of all, 10,000 blocks in the opposite direction of where we spawn. How is it opposite direction?
That's a season 2 thing from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. You had to
I'm
be
having
there.
bad flashbacks to randomly. I'm going to start a brand new world. All right, I'm on a 5x5 of sand and nothing else. Nothing on the horizon.
Oh, well, I have a question. So you know when you move your world spawn, does that change the spawn chunks?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
We
Yes,
did
Yes,
that.
it does. Okay, because I was gonna say we'd probably want to do something where we're not going to build in the spawn chunks, just so we don't light the server up. But I do agree with building closer to spawn.
You should have a look at season 1 and how we kind of managed that. So we had, when we generated the season 1 world, we essentially knew we wanted a jungle spawn, and that's all we were looking for. And then one of the guys during season 1 development, Concraft, he found the seed that we used, and it was basically perfect because it had that big kind of plains area right at the actual spawn chunks. But then the jungle was like just to the side, and that worked really well. And
There's a
later in the
lake.
season, we kind of divided off the spawn chunks area and said, no one build in here, because we knew it would cause lag and stuff. And that worked pretty well, I think. And it meant that we had like iron farms and the spawn like right next to town, so you didn't have to travel 1,200 blocks
Yeah.
in one
Yeah,
direction to get to town,
Yeah.
or if you accidentally go the other direction and end up in the mesa.
Yeah, I think that's a
So-
good way to go.
So I'd imagine we'll probably do something like that. Just kind of get a general idea of what we want in the spawn chunks, and then
what do you
go
guys
from there.
want at the spawn chunks? Like what sort of biome?
I don't know.
Do you think?
I really liked how season 2 was because I knew we wanted an ocean spawn, mainly for like iron farms and stuff, which never happened.
I got you.
But then we kind of knew that we wanted like a valley kind of forest town, which I then found separately. So we didn't really know what the world was like as a whole, but we knew those two kind of things. And but
I think that's something that we're going to have to address
downscale.
later down the road as
well, we basically have
season
less
3
than a month.
approaches. When is the anniversary of existence? That's in March, if I'm correct.
March 20th.
March
Yeah.
20th. So we have about a month.
Yeah, the idea is to have
Season
first
3.
videos or first episodes, start or come out on the 20th. That's the idea. So
There's
we'd
one
probably
point-
actually have less than a month because the opening would be in the weekend, assumably the weekend before.
And this is also
So-
kind of around the release of 1.14.
Yeah, assuming that
Hopefully.
1.14
that is what all of this is weighing on right now. Is that
So-
1.14 comes out on
So
time?
historically now, when pre-releases roll out, what's the most that have gone out? Like, has it gone to
That was
pre-release?
1.13.
Didn't it
Yeah,
like
1.13 was the
four.
longest.
And
Was it
refresh
4?
my memory. What was coming in 1.13? Oh no,
The
that was
aquatic.
the updated quad. Yeah. I don't know.
That's the one that's just happened.
The biggest update in Minecraft history, and you
Wow.
forgot it.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm just gonna say I've been part of 2 SMPs since that came out. No one has done a water base. No, like
I
I
haven't done
was-
a water base either.
other than
was
the
kind
dolphins and the
of-
fish, I wasn't that excited for it really.
I feel the same way. Everyone was so excited for 1.13, and there's a part of me that was, but I was also like, meh, like this could have been better.
Meh.
Meh.
I mean,
Let's
it
sit
was
about
the
it.
exploration update, and they definitely made it so the ocean was explorable. And I think that the ocean
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
I
with
mean,
the
if you ever look
ships
at a
and-
generated seed, ocean is like 30 to 40% of every seed.
Wait. No, 1.12 was exploration, and then 1.13 was just update aquatic.
But the focus of it was to
Oh,
enhance exploration.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it
that's
was-
probably like 1.12's failure. And so they were like, all right, how do we come up with a new theme for this update, but kind of pick up from where we left off on the drawing board for the previous one?
I'm gonna be honest. I've been consistently uploading since I think 1.10. I don't remember 1.11 or 1.12 whatsoever.
1.12 was
I don't
when we got
remember.
the Woodland Mansions.
I don't remember
No, that was
1.11.
1.11.
I remember when they
I don't
added
remember
horses.
1.11.
That was
I remember-
1.6.
I remember when they added redstone.
That was
That's
1.
when the game came alive.
That was a while ago. I was going to say 1.5, but
1.4.
that was the Redstone update. 1.4, I see that's before my
1.47.
time.
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Oh, I remember.
I remember when
1.8.
1.7.4 broke everything.
That's very true. I remember when
Same.
food wasn't stackable.
I remember
Oh.
that. Good day.
Sugar was an edible resource. Which was
I
always
remember-
funny, just seeing people run around eating sugar, and it's like,
I remember at
Excellent.
Christmas seeing my nephew playing Minecraft for the first time, going, "What are you playing?" And he told me what it was and what he was doing. I said, "That looks boring."
Oh.
How dare he?
That
Yo,
was like
That's really sad.
beta or something.
Oh my
But-
gosh.
I am curious though, because we heard a little bit about Sandman's ideas for the next season. Anyone else want to share it all?
Um,
In regards to like our own plans, like
Yeah, just because we did talk about what we were hoping for Spawn, stuff like that, but individually.
All right. I'll let Telx, since he was getting ready to talk, I'll let you have a minute. Or
Mine was kind of a joke. I was gonna say I was gonna build tilted towers in Minecraft, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Well, you're
Oh,
gonna do it
dear.
now.
You know, yep, I gotta do it.
I did it on
My
the
base.
podcast,
You're
so you have
committed.
to.
Yep, now I have to do it.
Yep.
That's the plan. I'm gonna do it. No, well, I mean, I sort of have ideas, but at the same time, I'm still thinking about it because I want to go into it with a really good plan, and so I'm actually active this time because that was kind of my issue with phase 2. So
I think what's going to happen with phase 3, season 3, is that we're really going to see the potential that phase 2 of season 2 held kind of explode because
yeah,
Phase 2 went really, really well. I'm so happy with what happened, but it did really get, I guess, knocked back a lot by both getting about half as many members as we wanted, and also kind of just how the town was and how focus on the aquatic outpost didn't really get as much directed as we would have wanted to. But I think Season 3 is really going to allow for us to really expand on most of our ideas and concepts that we had for Phase 2.
And I think everyone has a lot more like motivation going into Season 3, because I feel like everyone, at least us 4 who joined for Phase 2, we're really excited for it, and a lot of us still kind of are. But at the same time, it was just sort of like lackluster, and because like you were talking about, the focus didn't go exactly how we went. So I think Season 3 will be really good.
I'd honestly like to see a couple more people.
Yeah, I would like to see
well, we've already got 2, and I think we are looking at getting it. Well, there was one person I know is interested. I'm still, well, me and Vanilla specifically are still trying to get
a few people.
A solution, I guess, with Waffle Stick regarding the Waystone. But that's just a round and round the merry-go-round, as it always is. So,
and then also, Peaches, you and I are also talking about how we can possibly get someone to rejoin, maybe, but that's at a later time.
And we don't know if that's going to work or not. But and then, as well as the current members, we actually have a list at the moment of potential members that we're going to be looking into and possibly inviting to the server. So we're definitely looking at expanding.
You got a good guy who is very charismatic here, so viewers at home, we'll let you know what happens when it's ready to announce. But so what I'm planning to do during Season 3 is sort of run with the idea that Sandman mentioned and then I explained, but I'm also planning on just really focusing on looking for inspiration from anything and everything, because I back in Mindfair Philadelphia last year, I gave a presentation on the inspiration stage, which a video that can be found on my channel. But in it, I basically talked about 3 different ways that I found inspiration for some of my most favorite projects that were also very well received. So I'm just going to keep it simple and stupid and just build whatever I feel like.
What is today's date?
23rd.
It's 23rd.
24th.
2019.
24th
for him. But next podcast is going to be after the next podcast is going to be after the anniversary.
Oh dear.
So we need to start thinking about an anniversary party too.
Are we dressing casually?
It's a black tie event.
It's usually a 24-hour live stream.
We should definitely have like a black tie event. That'd be so cool. Me and Yog did briefly talk about doing like we don't want to do a big event because like last year, considering we won't actually have a server, but in that weekend, which would possibly be the weekend of the opening as well, we thought about doing like a Hypixel event, because that was really, really fun last year. We had like an insane amount of fun playing Hypixel for like 4 hours or something with all the viewers, and that was so fun. But we should definitely do that as a black tie event and make it like you have to wear like a black tie Minecraft skin.
Yeah. That'd be
so cool.
Can I just keep wearing my torn suit, or
can I wear my
we can loan suits out to people?
Okay, I appreciate it.
I'm gonna need a suit.
So Sandman, what are some things that did you have something that you wanted to share about Season 3 in general or whatever?
I think I pretty much covered what I want to do. For me personally, I'm pretty excited with Season 3 having a fresh start and not coming into an already built world. It kind of felt a little. I was kind of a little anxious getting into Phase 2. So, but yeah, going with the
look at
the
it as just getting your feet wet.
Yeah, dealing with the new 1.14 update, along with kind of piggybacking off of your idea with a farming base. I think it's going to be a good season.
Now, somebody, did you have something you wanted to comment with?
Oh, I was just thinking about with Season 3. See, my thing, and my viewers will probably know, first of all, I'm part of another SMP. I don't know if you guys all know that. I'm one of the owners of Intrinsic SMP, and to give you an idea of how crazy I normally am with this game, my episode 2 is a very massive gold farm. Episode 2, I'm on top of the nether roof getting like, I think it's like get a stack of gold blocks in like 10 minutes or something, maybe less. And I'm trying to like, with this, I want to like try to make it so it's like, all right, consistent content, maybe a little smaller, focus on things, get more into nitty gritty, because I'm either super analytical, over the top hype, or hey, let's chill, crack some jokes. So I'm hoping to be able to get that other side of me out there a little bit more, and lots of collabs, because it's fun to annoy people. I mean, hang out with people.
Yeah, I feel like we should do a lot more collabs because that's something that I felt like we kind of lacked on in season 2. So
Yeah.
We had a lot in the beginning, and
I thought it was a lot more than season 1.
Yeah, I feel like you may have missed a few Telx.
Well, I know there were. Well, I mean, that's sad. I mean,
they were there.
Yeah,
you weren't.
I don't think any viewer though gets upset like, ah, crud, they're two of my favorite people are doing a collab. This sucks.
I'm only watching one of your videos. Suck it. Oh.
Well, that's why you do different content instead of just recording the same thing from 2 perspectives.
Oh dear. No, I definitely agree with you though, Telx. I think more collabs, like it's going to be easier for me to do collabs as well, just with my situation. So I definitely am hoping for more collabs on things.
Yeah,
I
Plus,
really
like the heaps are fun to record and easy enough to edit.
yeah.
And I really
because I
enjoyed
feel like
chasing
they're-
the villagers around with a trident.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like there can always be more collabs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did I
Yeah,
hear
I know.
chasing villagers around with tridents?
Maybe.
Is that something that we're going to be doing in season 3? Chasing
It's
villagers.
something me
with
and
tridents?
TC did. It's in my most recent episode.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
We had
You
to
guys
try
tried
our
to-
hand with the trident and the lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Oh man, do I have ideas for pranks for you guys? All right, well,
Well,
With
we're
that
goners.
note,
With that note, we're gonna wrap up the podcast right there. Lots to discuss. We had lots to discuss in this episode. We also have a lot more to discuss later on. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching this podcast. I'd like to thank mcpeachpies, somebody to remember, TC, Telx, and Vanilla for joining us. And hopefully you all enjoyed the podcast. Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure to hit that like button as well if you like the video. With that said, we'll see you guys in the next one.
bye.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya!
Psyduck.
Goodbye.